balls and strikes. Scott Berry at first, Phil Cuzzy at second, Jerry Crawford at third. And we are just about set for the first pitch here today at Progressive Field. There's Jim Riggleman, the Washington manager, who's done a nice job with the Nats this year. He, of course, a former coach for the Cleveland Indians. And he's trying to have his team avoid the sweep here today at the hands of the Tribe.
Well, that's the one thing that Washington has not done. They haven't played very well on the road, 12-21 overall.
And Christian Guzman, the switch hitter, steps in. He'll be batting right-handed against David Huff. Guzman's had that average now fall below 300 as he takes strike one.
David Huff coming off a start against Boston where he went 6 innings, 8 hits, to give up 3 runs, no earned runs. He did take the loss, but he pitched a very good game.
Paints the corner again. 72 degrees here in downtown Cleveland. And an 0-2 count on Guzman. Well, David Huff has been a different pitcher at home than he's been on the road this year. Both of his wins here at Progressive Field. An ERA just above 3, while on the road he's 0-5, and the ERA is above 6. Above 7, actually, 7.29. Another foul ball for Guzman.
That's what David's going to have to do this afternoon. Spot that fastball in and out. You know, he has a pretty straight fastball, but he's going to have to use both sides of the plate. Pitch ahead in the count like he is right now, and then he can use that changeup down and away or that breaking ball.
That one hit in the air, but right at the second baseman. Luis Valbuena makes the catch. 1 away here in the first inning. That'll bring Niger Morgan to the plate. He was leading off the last couple of nights here at Progressive Field. He's in the 2-hole here today. And he's 10 for 35 when hitting second in the lineup. He's done it for 10 games. This will be his 11th. Well, the overall average there at 254. He'll take a strike from Huff.
Yeah, this is where you have to pinch in at the corners because he will bunt. All part of his game.
Peralta in on the infield grass. Should get a look at it there. Morgan sends that one to left, but right at Austin Kearns, who had him played perfectly. 2 down. So a couple of line drives early here in the first inning, but a couple of outs, and now Ryan Zimmerman to the plate, who was 0 for 6 until he hit a monster shot last night to left field, the only run scored against Fausto Carmona.
Yeah, that was the only thing Fausto, and he didn't do it wrong. This guy just finally hit one. They've been pitching him so tough all series long and pounding the strike zone. Fausto left one middle of the plate, and this guy hit it out.
And David Huff jumps ahead of Zimmerman as he has the first 2 batters here today. Zimmerman, a very dangerous hitter. You just saw his numbers, and in the last 13 games, even though he's 1 for 7 in this series, he's still batting in the last 13 games, .391. Grounder to short. Hernandez, tough play. Got him at first base. Anderson Hernandez. What a play in the hole. 3 up, 3 down for the Nats in the top of the first. Indians coming to bat against Strasburg. For the sweep, and Steven Strasburg making his second major league start. And let's take a look now at the lineup he'll be facing, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Crow will lead off, then Chu. Santana, who got his first major league hit last night, hitting in that 3-hole for the third straight game. Hafner, Kearns, and Branyan. And it's Peralta, Valbuena, and Hernandez.
Steven Strasburg on the mound here for Washington, and you know he won his first start, had 14 punch-outs, and that was the most strikeouts without a walk in a major league debut. And you got to go back to 1971. J.R. Richard, a 6'8", 6'9" right-handed pitcher, had 15 in his major league debut. So when you look at it, you're coming to look for the strikeout with this guy. The defense behind him today: Willingham, Morgan, and Morse. In the outfield, Gonzalez, Desmond, Guzman, and Dunn on the infield. Rodriguez back behind the plate. And, you know, we'll see how much work that defense gets this afternoon with this guy on the mound.
Trevor Crow will be the first Indian hitter against Strasburg. And he'll take a fastball for a strike at 99 miles per hour.
Well, that's the pitch you're going to have to sit on. If you're a hitter, you got to sit and look for the fastball. And, you know, you gauge it that first time up. Look at that fastball. Then he comes in with a curveball at 83. So 16-mile-an-hour variance.
Strasburg showed great command on Tuesday.
Now you don't know what to look for if you're a hitter, because he's throwing you two pitches at two different speeds.
And it's the breaking ball low that time. Well, Strasburg has those 4 pitches: fastball, sinker, changeup, and that curve. He originally called it a slider. It's a sweeping pitch, and it's got that 2-plane break. A 1-2 to Crow. Fouls that one away.
That's the thing you're hoping to do if you're the Indians offense, or you're a hitter up there. If you can foul a few pitches off to stay alive, make them work early. Because when he did pitch that last game, 14 strikeouts, less than 100 pitches. Only one other guy has done that since the 80s, and that's Javier Vasquez. Yes, he did.
Crow couldn't check his swing, and he's the first strikeout victim today for Steven Strasburg.
Yeah, he climbed the ladder. You want to look at the sequence here. Here you go. Starts him off. Good fastball. Dropped the hook on him. And then he tried to get him to chase, which was a very good pitch. He fouled off a high fastball, so you know what? Elevated a little bit more.
So 1 away now for Shin-Soo Choo, and going back to last Tuesday now, that's 8 consecutive strikeouts for Strasburg. Shin-Soo Choo on a 10-game hitting streak for the Tribe. He's been their most consistent hitter. He swings and misses there. That changeup had a nice little downward action.
Changeup at 92. How about that?
And you've got a fastball around 100. The changeup at 90 to 92 is a pretty good range.
It truly is amazing. It's more faster than most guys throw. But you're seeing right here in the first inning that this guy's not a thrower. He comes out and he pitches. He establishes that changeup. He's establishing that breaking ball and, getting ahead with the fastball. And it's nice that he has a veteran catcher back there. What is he, a 14-time All-Star?
Yeah, Von Rodriguez said he enjoyed it on Tuesday night. Gets to catch him again here, and that pitch just a little bit inside to Choo.
He gets a bird's eye view, man, and that's what you'd rather be doing, catching this guy instead of trying to hit off him.
Choo fouls that one away. So the count remains 2-2 to Shin-Soo Choo here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 away.
In his last start, he had 18 swings and misses. And that's what you want to do if you're a hitter, like I say. You want to try and foul some off to make them work a little bit harder. Now you have a full count. He only had 1 full count in his last start.
And he has one here to Choo. And he swings and misses what probably would have been ball 4, but again, good sinking action on the pitch. 2 strikeouts to begin the game for Steven Strasburg. And let's take a look at yesterday's great clip of the game, brought to you by Great Clips. Carlos Santana, his first major league home run, came in the 5th inning to go with a double last night. Relax, you're at Great Clips. So now the Tribe's highly touted rookie, Carlos Santana, against the Nationals' Steven Strasburg. And he lays off that breaking pitch for ball 1. Strasburg, the Nationals' #1 pick last season out of San Diego State, first overall pick in the draft. And a year later, he's here at the major league level as Santana fouls that one away. We were talking about, Rick, other pitchers that came highly touted to the big leagues. It's hard to remember one that as much as him. Maybe I was thinking Doc Gooden.
Well, that would be a good one, yeah. Doc Gooden. You know, nowadays there's so much, there's media and hype and internet and things that go on. You can document these guys.
Santana towards the gap, but heading over to make the catch is Josh Willingham. And the Tribe goes 3 up, 3 down against Strasburg. But they end the strikeout streak. We'll head to the 2nd inning, scoreless in Cleveland. By Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Scoreless game as we head to the 2nd inning here at Progressive Field. Tribe and Nationals with zeros across the lines. It'll be hitters 4, 5, and 6 in the Nats lineup. Dunn, Willingham, and Rodriguez against left-hander David Huff. Adam Dunn to lead it off. He's done very well in the past month. Since May 9th, he's hitting .339 with 7 homers and 21 runs batted in. And he swings to the first pitch, down the line, and fair, just inside. Chu will play it off the wall. Dunn will trot into second base. And he's got the stand-up double.
He went into second base like he was going to catch it. Nobody was there.
Well, they had the shift on.
Well, you have the shift on, but someone's got to cover second base. Yeah. And it can't be the third baseman. So Hernandez over there has got to at least get to second. Hits a hanging breaking ball down the right field line. Short hops the wall, and Chu goes ahead. You know, he thinks he can throw everybody out because he has such a great arm. There's the hanging breaking ball at 81. He plays it off the wall. And, you know, it's probably going to be a double anyway, so you get it to your cutoff man. But Chu's aggressive, so he throws it. Now watch, there's nobody at second base. Look at Dunn, like he was going to catch the ball. Goes into third.
So Peralta, the third baseman, wound up with it. Here's Josh Willingham. He'll take strike 1 from David Huff as the Nationals now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out in the top of the 2nd inning. Willingham with 12 homers this year, and he's gone back-to-back in 4 games this season. It's that one fouled to right, 0-2.
Well, this has been the part of that lineup in this series that has really struggled. 5 through 9. They're 3 for 31.
The Indians pitching has done very well on Friday and Saturday night. Jake Westbrook to start on Friday. Perez came in relief. Sip pitched to 1 batter. Yesterday, a complete game for Fausto Carmona. He faced 28 batters. 2-hitter and didn't walk anyone. Santana and Huff trying to get straight on the signs. And he got him on the outside corner. Good pitch by David Huff. He paints it. First strikeout today for Huff.
Well, gets that out and doesn't allow the runner to advance. So it's paint on the outside corner. Look where Santana's sitting. He wants it right on the outside edge, and that's exactly where Huff throws it. Great pitch. Locks up Willingham, and he gets the first out.
That'll bring Ivan Rodriguez to the plate. Pudge had last night off. Had a couple of hits on Friday when he batted in the 2-hole, but batting in the 6th position in the order here, with 1 out and done on second base. Well, that's key for Huff, isn't it, Rick? Painting that outside corner.
Yes.
When he can do that, he's very good.
Well, that's, yes. I mean, keep it right there. This is an aggressive hitter now. You don't want to get too much of the plate. This guy will swing at a lot of pitches trying to drive that run in.
And he fouls that one away. So Huff ahead to Rodriguez here, 0-2. This is Pudge's first year in the National League. I'd say he's enjoying it. Coming into today's game, hitting .336. Another foul ball into the seats. To the suites there. So David Huff now has thrown first pitch strikes to the first 6 hitters today. That's exactly what pitching coach Tim Belcher has talked about. Get ahead of the batters.
Well, it equates out if you look at it in this series. They've been down in the count 0-2-1-2, and they've been 0 for 21.
Swing and a miss.
Make it 22.
Second consecutive strikeout for David Huff. 2 down. And Michael Morse will come to the plate for the first time this weekend.
See, that's where Huff, when he gets ahead, he can really, that pitch is borderline, but as a hitter, you have to swing at it. You can't put the decision in the umpire's hand to call you out. So you have to swing at it. You swing through it. So they're swinging at your pitches.
Morris playing in right field today for Roger Bernardino, who started the last 2 games for manager Jim Riggleman.
I remember this guy when he came up with the Seattle Mariners. He was a shortstop when he first came up.
You see his numbers this year. He hasn't had a lot of at-bats, but he's been successful in the opportunities that he's gotten. I'll take that one in tight. Last time Morse was in the lineup was on Thursday night against Pittsburgh, and he was perfect at the plate, going 3 for 3 with a solo homer and a walk. Fouls that one away. So again, David Huff ahead in the count, 1-2.
This is exactly what David's got to do. And I think he realizes it more than anybody. He's pitched against some very good pitchers this year, some #1 guys in Verlander and things like that, and Liriano against Minnesota. He realizes, man, there's very little room for error when you're pitching against guys like that. And you're not pitching against guys. Pitchers will tell you, I'm not pitching against him. He has to pitch that offense and that team, which he does.
And he was headed off the mound there, but quickly jumps back up top.
Well, he feels that was a little off.
Yep.
That was a little off. You know, you get used to it when guys swing at it sometimes. I think that he might have thought he was going to swing at it more so than the umpire going to call it.
And he swings there, and that's a fair ball down the line. That'll score Dunn. So he'll come around third, and holding with the single is Morse as Chu throws behind him. So it's an RBI 2-strike base hit for Mike Morse. And now it looked like Adam Dunn run over Santana. I was watching.
I don't know why there's not even a play at home plate. Was he standing on the plate? If he's standing on the plate, man, you got to get off. That's a breaking ball away. It was a good pitch, and he hit it right down the line fair. Keeps it in play. Now, there's no play at home plate. In comes Dunn. He's looking at the play, and then you see Santana comes out over the plate to maybe back up that throw from Chu.
Right.
And that's how he gets drilled. That's a big man to run into, too. He ends up hitting the ground.
Well, it appeared to be unintentional. Dunn's just
it was.
Home
He's scoring, and then he wants to back up the throw, so he ran into a brick wall.
Yeah. So Carlos Santana meet Adam Dunn. The Nationals with the run home now. They lead it 1-0. And Ian Desmond lifts that one to right. Easy play for Chu, but the Nationals get on the board. They lead it 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning after this on Channel 3. Tribe here today, and Steven Strasburg on the hill for the Nats.
Well, the Indians will face the New York Mets in a 3-game series after the off day tomorrow, Tuesday through Thursday, and tickets are now on sale. Check out the AM/PM all-you-can-eat seats where you get unlimited hot dogs, nachos, peanuts, popcorn, and Pepsi products for just $32 a ticket. Call 216-420-HITS or visit Indians.com.
There's Carlos Santana.
Look at, there's Redmond saying, "What are you doing, kid? You don't run out in front of a freight train like that." He went to back it up. It was really, he didn't mean to do it. He didn't know where the runner was. He was behind the plate. And then when Chu tried to throw behind the runner, Huff was backing up. And then he doesn't remember the rest.
Hafner hits that one hard to right. That one will go. Home run, Travis Hafner. The Indians tie the game.
Boy, oh boy, that's a beautiful thing right there. Big Pronk went down. Got himself a low fastball, and I mean, that shot out of here in a hurry. Hafner starting to warm up, his 7th home run of the year. And this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it because the next thing you know, they had it. Look at that low fastball, dropped the head. into the bullpen in a matter of seconds. Gotta love that, boy. They bounce right back and check out that response run, tie the ball game back up.
So Travis Hafner's been turning on pitches here, and Austin Kearns goes the other way. But that'll be a fly out to right as Morse makes the catch with one away. And for the month of June, when the Indians hit a solo home run or 2 or 3 run homer, STO Shell and Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care are giving away free gas. Our first contestant today and a winner is Kenneth Nagy from Townsend, Delaware. Shell will provide $300 in free gas for each home run the Indians hit and $1,000 in free gas plus a set of tires from Conrad's for each Grand Slam hit here in the month of June. Visit STOHD.com now to register. And congratulations to Kenneth. Randy Roberts is up next from Tiffin. So one away for Russell Branyan. We knew the crowd would buzz about Strasburg. They're still buzzing about that hit by Travis Hafner. That got out in a hurry.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was a low fastball. We got a good look at it, but Hafner just dropped the bat head, and you can see he's going to supply the power. That was a line drive. And that was the 4th home run in the series, leading off an inning for the Tribe.
Well, the offense has been hot, averaging a little bit over 8 runs and 10 hits per game here on this 4-game winning streak, which began Wednesday against the Boston Red Sox.
It's just good to see him swinging the bat, boy, and the ball jumping off of it.
Yes, it is.
See, that's what they're going to do. Now they get a look at him, and you're not going to spot him that fastball. You know, you're going to get up there, and if you see a good pitch you like, you're going to have to get after it. But you watch how they respond. He'll start throwing curveballs first pitch and start pitching, making these guys work and think.
2-2 now to Branyan. And he swings and misses at the curve. Rodriguez will have to tag him out. 3rd strikeout today for Strasburg, and 2 away here in the 2nd inning. Time now for the AT&T trivia question. AT&T Rethink Possible. And today's question: who holds the Indians' record for most strikeouts in 2 consecutive games? It's an interesting one. Of course, we'll have the answer for you coming up later here on the broadcast. AT&T Rethink Possible. It's Johnny Peralta waving at that pitch. Strike 1. So a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tribe and Nationals. 2 outs, nobody on for Peralta. Johnny has seen his average get a little bit better each month. That curves right over the outside corner. Peralta hit .224 in April, .252 in May, and now .304 here in the month of June. So as the weather's warmed up, so is Johnny. Now look at that 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And Rick, when you have such good command with all of your pitches, boy, as a hitter, like you said, what do you sit on?
Well, you sit on the fastball, because if you look for anything else but that, you're not going to hit it. Yep. Everything revolves off that. I mean, he's going to throw, a good percentage fastballs. I'd say 75% fastballs. And you spin on his curveball. If he's throwing it for a strike, you can't sit on both because of the 16-mile-an-hour variance we saw from the 1st inning from the curveball to the fastball. And so, you know what? You can look for the fastball. You may not see it sometimes when it's 100. It may be by you before you know.
The old saying goes, can't see what you can't hit.
Can't hit what you can't see. We'll get it right. Don't worry about it. I knew what you meant.
I'm sure you did. Oh, well, little levity. 2-2 here to Peralta, 2nd inning. Tie ball game.
Oh, boy.
Nice breaking pitch on the inside corner for strikeout number 4 today for Strasburg. 2 innings in the books here at Progressive Field. 1-1 game. Travis Hafner going yard. Later to see what our Miller Taste Greatness moment will be. So make sure you keep it here on Channel 3 as we head to the third inning. Tribe and Nats even at 1 as the Tribe goes for their season-high 5th straight win here today. Hats are out as the sunshine has made this a really nice day here today.
Doesn't it look great with all of the stands, people in the seats? It's, yeah, it's clearing up. How about the way this last inning at home plate, the collision ended? Look at that. Wow. And done, you know. Santana running out to back up. Nothing done. He didn't do anything wrong.
Looked like a scat back coming around the end, and he met the linebacker.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Alberto Gonzalez leads it off for the Nats. He takes strike 1. So now it's been 9 straight first pitch strikes for David Huff.
Geez, how would you know? With Tommy up there. It's giving it to 37 people.
Now, how efficient is this? 27 pitches for Huff, 23 strikes.
You love it. Gotta love it.
And Gonzalez down on 3 pitches as he foul tips that one into the glove of Carlos Santana. Huff's third strikeout, and we go back to the top of the order.
You know, David Huff is not a strikeout guy, but when you make quality pitches, which he has to this point in the game, and he is painting. I mean, it's not that he's just throwing strikes. He's throwing quality strikes down outside corner. Doing a great job.
Yes, he is. Christian Guzman, a leadoff batter for the Nats today. He lined out to second his first time up. And there was the first pitch ball today for David Huff to a batter. Guzman lines that one through. A base hit. So Guzman a 1-out single. He's at first base here for the Nats and Niger Morgan.
Well, Tuesday night it's Budweiser 2 for Tuesday when the Tribe will host the New York Mets. Get 2 tickets in the bleachers and $20 in Ticket Plus food credit for only $32. That's a savings of $28. So log on to Indians.com and get your tickets today. That'll be our last 3 interleague games coming up against the Mets here before we embark on the road and finish it for 2010.
9 games on the road.
It's when our pitchers will start hitting.
Yes, that's always a joy for the opponent's fans to watch.
Well, you know what? They don't have to hit. Just make sure you move the runners if the opportunity presents itself.
Quickly 0-2 to Niger Morgan.
One thing David will do when they do have base runners, he can, control the running game. Only 2 guys have tried to steal against him this year. One was successful, and he guessed right, believe me, because he's got a pretty good move to first.
Morgan had to foul that one away to stay alive. And we saw earlier in this series where Jim Riggleman wanted to run Rick. And he's got his leadoff hit around there at first base, but Guzman doesn't have the wheels that a Morgan does.
No, and he's older. He used to be some kind of a base stealer when he was with the Twins.
Morgan serves that one to left. Kearns right there for the second out of the inning.
Take that all day long. Hits it right into the teeth of the defense.
So 2 away for Ryan Zimmerman, who grounded out to short his last time up, and Anderson Hernandez made a whale of a play to his backhand side to finish out the Nats in the first.
May have caught a break because it was a bang play, and he looked safe.
Strike 1 to Zimmerman. He has just 1 hit in this series, but that was that home run last night off Fausto Carmona. Deep into the left field porch. Zimmerman, a designated hitter today, played third Friday and Saturday night.
Ooh.
Boy, got a good cut there. But once again, Huff ahead 0-2. Fans starting to make some noise, hoping for another strikeout. Huff just missed it. A little bit outside again. He tried to coax that call with the walk to the dugout.
Well, you don't do that, man. Stay put. Don't start walking off the mound. Believe me, umpires don't like that. Just stay where you're at. Let them make the call, and then you can move.
1-2 to Zimmerman with Guzman at first base. And he fouls that one away. Well, David Huff likes pitching in this ballpark, likes pitching here during the day. Had that complete game win against Texas on April 15th. During a Thursday afternoon contest.
I remember that game. That was a whale of a game.
Gave up 2 runs early, and then that was it as Huff shut down the Rangers. Zimmerman lines that one to short, and making the pick is Anderson Hernandez. So Hernandez has gotten Zimmerman twice today. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We're even at 1. Huff against Strasburg. Ball game. The Indians with only 1 hit against Steven Strasburg, but they've made it count as Travis Hafner took him deep last inning. And he'll work into his 3rd here. So David Huff.
Yeah, he's toweling down. It's humid today. You get that ammonia water. You know, you cool off a little bit in between innings. Put that ice cold towel on the back of your neck. But I'll tell you, David's he's doing an outstanding job. 39 pitches, 33 strikes, 85% strike ratio. That's unbelievable.
You know, 70% is what you shoot for. 85 is
70 70's a high.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you get 70. That's unbelievable. 7 out of every 10. He's had 6.02 counts. But he knows he's going to have to do it with this guy on the mound.
Valbuena the first to face him here in the 3rd inning, and he hits that one foul. It'll be Valbuena, Anderson Hernandez, then back to the top of the order, and Trevor Crowe here in the 3rd inning. Steven Strasburg has that advanced command within the strike zone. And he was a fan of the Padres growing up in San Diego, and Jake Peavy. He's ahead 0-1 here to Valbuena. It's that one on the ground towards first. Downhill field, flipped to Strasburg, and Valbuena made it close, but he's out by a step at first base. Time now for our Subway fresh face of the game. And for today, how about Lonnie Chisenhall, who's been on fire of late for the Akron Arrows at the Double-A level. Since he's returned from the DL on May 28th, he's batting .358 with 15 runs scored, a double, a triple, 5 homers, and 17 RBI in 14 games. That's our Subway Fresh Face of the game. Subway, play hard, eat fresh. So now Anderson Hernandez, who takes strike one with 1 out and nobody on here in the 3rd inning for the Tribe. Hernandez, the switch hitter, getting the start at shortstop today, his 2nd start for the Tribe. And he hits that one on the ground to first. Dunn will make the play himself, and the Indians have 2 away here in the 3rd inning. Well, the Gathering Place supports, educates, and empowers individuals and families touched by cancer. They do this free of charge, and from 2 locations, Beechwood and Westlake. A $5 donation per home run is being made this year by Rick and Matt, and a $50 donation per home run by Great Clips. Our total year to date is $2,640, $2,640, and we saw 150 of them here Friday night.
Yes, they were. They were entertained by a nice game Friday night. Absolutely, sitting up in mezzanine level.
Ball 1 to Trevor Crow, was a strikeout victim his first time up. So now the Indians have seen Strasburg here as they will take a look at him for the 2nd time through the order.
Well, he struck out 4 of the first 7.
Ball pounded in the ground. Guzman makes the play to Dunn. 3 up, 3 down go the Tribe in the 3rd. We'll head to the 4th. Even at 1 here at Progressive Field. Progressive Field now. Good ball game here today. 1-1 score. Indians and Nationals. Steven Strasburg, his first Major League road start, and David Huff has matched him thus far. As you look in from our Panini's cam, high atop the ballpark. Nice crowd here today. Good walk-up crowd. Even a few people still trickling in now, but the way these 2 pitchers have gone here through 3 innings, it's been a quick ball game. Well pitched, well played. And Adam Dunn will start off the top of the 4th. He doubled and scored the Nationals' run back in the 2nd inning. And also had a meeting at the plate with Carlos Santana. Wasn't scheduled, however. One and one now to Adam Dunn. He's having a decent series. Since May 9th, he's batting .339. Rick Dunn's always been a patient hitter since 2001 when he made his major league debut. He's first in walks among the active players, 944.
Yeah, well, he's a guy that, you know, if you make a mistake to him, he can hit it a long, long way. We've watched him do it in Cincinnati, in that little ballpark there. I mean, he can almost hit it out of that ballpark.
Took dead aim at the river, I think, the one you're talking about.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the one in right center field. I remember him getting a game-winning homer against the Indians. Might have been a slam, if I'm not mistaken.
Today's scoreboard update brought to you by Wendy's. You know when it's real. Wendy's. Full count here to Dunn. And that's first hitter in the 4th inning. And he hits that one deep to right. Forget about it. That one is gone.
Second
home run.
Well, the second breaking ball that he hung to Adam Dunn. And I tell you what, he doubled on the first when he hit it off the end of the bat. This one he hits into the seats. You cannot make a mistake with the big man. Look at Huff shaking his head right now. And he realizes that hanging breaking ball will go a long way. I know you can't continue to throw fastballs to this guy, but you better bounce the breaking ball or get it down in the zone. Let's take a look at where this one is. And then you're going to take a look at where this one lands. Both the breaking balls that he hit were upstairs like that. You got to get that ball down and away. So it's a 2-1 ball game. Dunn with his 14th home run.
So Adam Dunn with a no-doubter to right. The Nationals back on top by a run. And here's Josh Willingham. Well, Dunn 2 at-bats today. Double and a homer. That slugging percentage will go up. 2-0 now to Willingham as the Nationals also going through for the second time here against David Huff.
Well, watch the reaction to Huff. He knew it. He made a bad pitch, and he says, give it back. Sometimes a pitcher, you go ask him, he'll say, as soon as I threw that pitch, I knew he was going to mash it because he just didn't finish it off.
With the favorite saying, don't swing, don't swing. Oh.
Yeah, please, foul it off or, you know.
Yeah. So Willingham walks. He'll go to first with nobody out. Let's go back to the STO update desk for the first time today and check in with the Reds and Royals and Dave Chudowski. Dave.
Hey there, Al. This game was tied until this. Joey Votto, opposite way. It has enough. His 12th of the year. That makes it 2-1, and that is the score right now in the 3rd inning. Back to you.
Dave, thanks. Joey Votto having an exceptional year for the Reds with the average and with the power. And he's got the Reds on top there in the Queen City. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Infielders at double play depth. Willingham's on at first with nobody out. Off with that decent move to first base. You're not going to see a tremendous lead for any of these base runners today, you wouldn't think. Swing and a miss for Rodriguez.
He's a little upset with himself at home plate because he tried to pull that pitch instead of stay on it like he normally does. He normally sees, he's telling himself, top hand, go the other way.
And he fouls that one off. So now 0-2 to Rodriguez. David Huff last year, the Indians pitcher today, the leader in wins with 11. He was the first rookie to lead the team in wins since C.C. Sabathia did it in 2001. First rookie with double-digit wins since Ryan Drees in 2002. He's ahead 0-2 here to Rodriguez. Now 1-2. Nats with 2 runs on 4 hits. Tribe with 1 run on 1 hit. The Travis Hafner homer. Ground ball to third, and that will go foul. And if you're David Huff here, Rick, you obviously want to keep the Nationals in check. What's the key to getting through this inning?
Well, that's right. You certainly do. I mean, they've got their second run. Rodriguez was hoping that hit the grass and went foul because he didn't want to run down the first baseline.
So 1-2 here to Pudge. Nice crowd on hand today. Rodriguez hits that one high and deep to right, but it's going to go foul. So the count remains 1-2, and well, Rodriguez still a tough out. He can get out there and waste some of those pitches. So once again, we'll do it with the count in 1-2. And he hits that one on the ground to short. Hernandez to Valbuena, on to first base, and Branyan. Double play, exactly what David Huff wanted. 2 outs. And we'll take a 10-second break now. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. Along with Rick Manning, I'm Al Pulowski, Jim Murphy producing. Pat Murray directing here today on Channel 3. Tribe and Nats, 2 outs, 4th inning. 2-1 game. Washington has the lead as they try and avoid the sweep here today. And Michael Morse, the batter, he had an RBI single his first time up back in the 2nd inning.
Well, and he hit a breaking ball as well, a backdoor breaking ball right down the line. So 3 of the 4 hits that Huff has given up have been breaking balls.
That pitch outside. So 2-0 to Morse. There's Steven Strasburg keeping that right arm warm. Morse fouls that one away on 2-0. Morse batting now .440 again. He's had limited opportunity, just 25 at bats. But you talked about him coming up with Seattle and been around a little bit. But look at that. 7 for his last 7. That's not too bad.
Well, that should get you some more at bats, shouldn't it?
Should. He had 3 hits on Thursday night against Pittsburgh, and that was his last time in the lineup. First time we've seen him here this weekend. He takes that pitch inside, I guess. 3-1. Lines that one to right. So he is retired for the first time in the last 8 appearances, but it was allowed out. Nats going to run on the Adam Dunn homer. They lead it 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Nationals lead the Tribe, and Manny Acta's Impacted Kids Foundation will award two $2,500 scholarships to one male and one female Cleveland area graduating high school senior. A pregame ceremony will be held for the winners before the June 29th game against the Blue Jays here. The deadline to enter is June 21st. For more info and an application, call 216-420-HITS. Steven Strasburg will see hitters 2, 3, and 4 in Manny Acta's lineup. Shin-Soo Choo, Carlos Santana, Travis Hafner, 3 lefties, and 7 left-handed batters in the Tribe lineup today.
Well, Strasburg is throwing 68, 69% strikes, so he's been right on target all day as well.
And he jumps ahead of Shin-Soo Choo. Yeah, he is not exactly disappointed here, giving up just 1 hit. Travis Hafner was able to solve him with the homer, and that's been it for the Tribe today. Shin-Soo Choo, swing and a miss. So 3 pitches and another strikeout for Strasburg. That's his 5th strikeout today.
Well, you look, he gets a high fastball that couldn't check his swing there. And then you get Choo to swing over a good fastball. Branyan, the curveball, down out of the zone. He locks up Peralta with the curveball. And then just punches Choo out. So number 5.
Choo's been down on strikes twice today. Here's Carlos Santana. He flew out to left center field his last time up. Fastball outside. Steven Strasburg also played basketball and soccer growing up, but decided to quit both of those because they interfered with travel baseball. I would say that was a good decision. 2-0 now to Carlos Santana. Swing and a miss. We're seeing here that movement within the strike zone on Strasburg's pitches, which is part of the reason he's so impressive.
Well, even when you throw as hard as he does, you still move guys out of their toe hold to let them know that you can't get comfortable at home plate. That's all part of the process, because this guy does have good control. Nolan Ryan used to do stuff like that. If you were a rookie and you were coming to the big leagues, he is going to, if he had an 0-2 count on you or 1-2, he'll buzz you and throw one under your chin just to let you know, don't get too comfortable, kid. He had great control. People thought he was wild. He wasn't wild.
Knew exactly where he was going.
Yes, he did.
Full count here to Carlos Santana with Travis Hafner on deck. The payoff. And it's outside for ball 4.
First walk in the big leagues. Right there comes to Santana.
And the rookie Santana in just his 3rd major league game, displaying the patience we've known him for. Last time up, Hafner did this. Turned on one to right. That's been the only hit thus far today for Tribe batters.
That was a fastball down and in, where he was able to drop that bat head and get it out in front of the strike zone. Hard to do, but he did it.
So for the first time today, we'll see Strasburg from the stretch. Very quick to the plate, though not a great move to first. So he throws strike 1 to Hafner. He's 1.1 seconds to the plate, so he gets it there quickly. Of course, when you're throwing 100 miles an hour, that helps too.
Well, yeah, that gets you there.
Yeah.
But, you know, for a big guy, you watch that front leg and he doesn't pick it up just briefly to get it loaded up and get it to home plate. So he's, for as hard as he throws, he gives his catcher an opportunity.
1-1 here to Travis Hafner. He's found his power stroke here this week. Seven homers on the year now for Proc. Now a 2-1 count. So some patience here by both Santana and now Hafner. There's a strike. 2-2 now. And the Indians' designated hitter, Travis Hafner, cleaning up today. Austin Kearns hits behind him. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Nats. 1 run on 1 hit for the Tribe. Second straight full count now. Santana worked the walk. We'll see what Hafner does. There's Kearns. Crowd getting into it. There goes Santana. Ball 4. So Strasburg loses Santana, and now he loses Hafner. And the Indians have a couple aboard with 1 out, and Rodriguez will go and have a chat with the young righty.
Well, that's what you want to do now. He's giving you a couple base runners, see if he can take advantage of it. That looked like a 3-2 changeup to Hafner to me.
Indians fans enjoying the sunshine today. That's peaked out. Weren't sure earlier this weekend if we'd have sun today, but it's come out.
Yes, it is. It's clearing up. It was really overcast here earlier.
Yeah. Haze is burned off.
I think the smoke we're seeing down here, that fastball's blowing it off.
So now Austin Kearns with runners at first and second and 1 away. Flew out to right his first time up. And he couldn't hold up there. Wicked breaking ball for Steven Strasburg. Austin Kearns very hot here in the month of June. He had a couple of home runs on Friday. 4 RBI against these Nats. He takes that one away. So 1-1 now to Kearns, and Strasburg's pitching count now starting to creep up. 55 pitches, though, still not a ridiculous number. 33 of those strikes. And his first major league road start here this afternoon. Hafner's at first. Santana over at second base. Kearns got a piece. 1-2 now to Austin Kearns.
Runs this ball inside. It looked like it had a little spin to it, huh? With some sink.
All of Strasburg's pitches with that movement. Swing and a miss. More downward action on that one. Kearns is a strikeout victim, the 6th of the day for Steven Strasburg. 2 down.
Well, when you look at this sequence, and you're going to see, he starts him off with the hook. He couldn't hold up. Strike 1, put you behind. Came back with another one. Then he runs one in. It looked like it had a little sink to it. That one right there, 97. Great location and a great idea. He gets the punch out. So when you're a guy that can strike hitters out and you walk a couple guys, you just reach back and you've got it left in the tank.
Swing and a miss for Branyan.
And this goes to show you that this kid, he started him off with a changeup. He tried to throw Hafner a 3-2 changeup. So he's not just a one-trick pony, man, where he goes out there with his fastball.
He'll throw just about any pitch in any count.
Well, he certainly can, and that, as a hitter, that really messes your mind up because you've never faced him before, and all you hear about is the fastball.
That one at 97. 0-2 now to Russell Branyan. And he'll throw that four-seamer, too, that'll rise a little bit. So he's got all those balls that break down and then a little bit of rise to that fastball. He can do a lot with it, and he's showing it here. Branyan able to hold up. 1-2 now to Russell, who's hitting .257 on the year. 8 home runs at his first homer here at Progressive Field last night. trying to deliver with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Strasburg doesn't seem like that type of pitcher, Rick, either, that's going to give in.
Well, no, you can never give in as a pitcher when you get the stuff he's got. You're going to get more guys to swing and miss at pitches just because you're around the zone. It doesn't matter what you throw, especially when they find out that you've got that kind of control that he has.
Time is called at the plate. 23 pitches this inning for Strasburg. That's by far his most in an inning. Branyan stays alive.
Well, they made him work in this inning. The 2 walks have cost him. I think in his last start, he had a 19-pitch inning, which was the most for him in that ball game.
Swing and a miss there. So Branyan down swinging. Strasburg strikes out the side, and he works around the 2 walks. 7 Ks today through 4 innings for Steven Strasburg. We'll go to the 5th. 2-1, Nats. Caramel or mocha blended with a hint of coffee and ice. McDonald's. I'm loving it. By KeyBank. Stop in and start a conversation and unlock your possibilities. And by Panini's. Visit paninisgrill.com for a list of new locations. We go to the 5th inning here at Progressive Field. Look at some of the fans enjoying the nice weather today.
And a pretty good ball game as well.
Absolutely. 2-1 Nationals lead it. Well pitched game by both Huff and Strasburg. It'll be Desmond leading it off here, and Gonzalez and Guzman. Desmond flew out to right his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses there. Huff and Strasburg through 4 innings. About the same pitch count. Huff now at 63. Foul ball, 1-2 to Desmond. David Huff, the first-round sandwich pick from UCLA in 2006 of the tribe. Grew up in Southern California, went to Edison High School. Foul ball headed towards the stands. It'll make it. Count remains 1-2 to Ian Desmond, the shortstop today for the Nats. He was at short on Friday night. Guzman was the shortstop last night. Today Guzman moves over to second. Desmond back at short. Swing and a miss. David Huff, his 4th strikeout today. 1 down in the 5th inning for the Nationals. Time now for the AT&T trivia question answer. Who holds the Indians record for most strikeouts in 2 consecutive games? I'll take a flyer, but I could be wrong. I got 2 guesses. They're probably both wrong. Perry or Eckersley? Told you I was wrong.
Okay.
Boy, those have been tough questions here this weekend. Tion from 68 did it. Meanwhile, Gonzalez grounds out to his counterpart, Hernandez. 2 down here in the 5th. So 2 quick outs for David Huff. Back to the top of the order, and Christian Guzman is leading off for the first time this weekend. Lined out in the 1st inning, singled in the 3rd. Guzman last appeared in this ballpark back in 2004 with the Twins. Until this weekend, of course. The 0-1 pitch. And it's in there. Well, Huff getting ahead of hitters once again.
Moving it inside. Both parts of the plate, you got to like it.
The 0-2. Guzman to right. Chu makes the catch. 3 quick outs for the Nationals here in the 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom half. Still 2-1 Washington in downtown Cleveland. Nationals lead the Tribe on a nice sunny Sunday afternoon here in downtown Cleveland. And Steven Strasburg on the hill for the Nats here in the 5th inning had some issues with his plant foot, so they're going to call out the ground crew to take a look.
Well, you know what? He probably wants it hardened up, though. You'll probably see him come out with that stamp and really harden it up down there on his landing. Although he's done a nice job out of his 63 pitches tonight, 39 have been strikes. But that might be just at his landing point where he's just going to stay loose and toss it until they can come out and firm up that landing area. Let's take a look at his 7 strikeouts, and you're going to see this guy pitching. He went upstairs with a fastball, went down and got Chu to swing at one. Then the breaking ball to Branyan. So there's the other curveball, locks up for all the 2 fastballs, 2 curveballs, gets another breaking ball here at Chu. Then got Kearns with a good fastball at about 97. Went up and away to Branyan. I mean, he's got a number of different ways to do it. He's thrown 16 curveballs today. 12 of them have been strikes. 4 changeups, 1 has been a strike. So this guy, I mean, he's the real deal. This is a treat to watch. I mean, you're going to have these people talking about him every 5 days. I get a chance to see him pitch. He's fun to watch.
Well, and Strasburg in his first start against Pittsburgh on Tuesday, he stopped a 2-game losing streak. The Nationals have lost.
He's going to stop a lot of losing streaks.
Yeah, he's trying to stop a 2-gamer here today, and there's the pitch breakdown for him.
And, you know, that's not overthrown. That's an easy, free and easy 95 to 99, where most of them are coming. That's a little two-seamer between the 90 to 94. I mean, it's a treat to watch. Great command, and that's what I think separates him from so many other guys that you come up and that were power pitchers, is the control, and he's a true pitcher. Well, he walked his first 2 major league hitters in this game. He walked back-to-back. He walked Santana and then Hafner.
And his range that you talked about, Rick, the miles per hour on his pitches is so wide. And as you said, you pretty much have to sit there on the fastball.
Yes,
if you wait for something else and he comes with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, you've got no chance.
No, you just react to everything else as they're going to get it firm. What the umpire's doing, they're looking at it. They'll be fine. They'll get it set for the big guy.
And let's take a look at the league's 5-star leaders. Brought to you by the GMC Sierra. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job, and it's the single-game strikeouts here in 2010. And Strasburg tied with Max Scherzer for Detroit with 14. Of course, Strasburg did that in his first and only start coming into today, back on Tuesday night. Scherzer did it coming back from the minors.
All righty, well, you got these guys down there in the Diamond Suite in the second row back there. I got my grandkids back there somewhere watching the ball game. AJ and Nick sitting back there. They're loving it. They wanted to come and see the big man pitch. I don't know if they can see the baseball, but they are back there trying to take a peek at it.
Well, I think that Strasburg said he's okay now. He took a couple of throws. A couple more here. And he comes down with that power right there in that hole and create a little divot.
That's how you used to do it when you closed games out, isn't it? You had to have that hole fixed at the end of the mound.
I used to come up and dig one out after I got done. So I'd have a place to plant. Two-1 the score. The Nationals lead the Tribe here. A gorgeous day for a ball game. Jim Riggleman looking on, trying to avoid the sweep. Steven Strasburg is a man he sends to the mound to be the stopper. It's not often you hear a guy in his second major league start is your stopper of a losing streak. That's what he's hoping for here today.
Well, he's going to be known as the starter of the winning streaks is what he's going to be known as.
Started a 3-game winning streak on Tuesday. In Pittsburgh, he threw 56 pitches through 4 innings. Today, 63. So very close. Bottom third of the Tribe order. Peralta to bat first, and he'll take a ball. Valbuena and Hernandez will follow. Indians with only 1 hit today. That Hafner home run back in the second inning. They've had 3 base runners. And Peralta to right field, and it's just foul. Johnny making a bid down that right field line. Going with the pitch.
Now, when you get inside and you slice that ball the opposite way, it has a little tail to it or slice to the line. So it goes foul.
1-1 to Peralta. Boy, there's that curveball. Nice break to it. So Strasburg ahead 1-2 now to JP. And how big of a factor is having that veteran catcher Ivan Rodriguez catch
Well,
ahead?
it certainly helps. He'll keep him under control, and you know he knows how to call the game. He's going to work his stuff. He knows what the guy's got. It's certainly going to help.
Swing and a miss. Third strikeout in a row now for Strasburg, and the 8th overall today.
Tell you what, Al, I think I might be able to go down and catch this guy. I may not catch the ball, but I mean, as far as calling the pitches coming in.
Yeah, I guess when he's got 4+ pitches, it's not much of a decision and what to
wind
throw.
up. He could go out there and just throw one pitch and still be successful.
Just put the fingers down, whatever it is. Who cares? Here's Valbuena with one away in the 5th. Showing bunt. Offering strike 1. Valbuena grounded out to Dunn. Strasburg covering his last time up in the 3rd inning. 1 for 7 thus far this weekend. Tried to hold up the appeal, went too far. Indians fans disagree here at Progressive Field.
Well, here you go. That breaking ball, I thought you're holed up. Once you get started, you're geared for the 100. Boy, that pop of the glove, you can hear it all the way up here.
Can.
He could break a new catcher's glove in about 3 innings, I think.
Hear that echo around the ballpark. So 1-2 now to Luis Valbuena. Just off the corner. Valbuena trying to find a way on here in the 5th inning with 1 out. Indians down by 1. And a pop-up to left center, going out as the shortstop. Desmond will make the play. 2 down.
Well, we want you to fill the house for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. That'll be Wednesday. The Indians will face the New York Mets. It'll be a 7:05 start. Every ticket sold for that game, $1 will be donated to the charity. So great lower box seats still available. That'll be Wednesday against the Mets. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Let's fill the house.
Henderson Hernandez, the batter, grounded out to first. His only time up in the 3rd. No bad with 2 outs and nobody aboard here in the 5th inning. He'll foul that one off. Rick, last night you and I talked about Fausto Carmona only seeing a couple of balls go to the outfield through the first 7 or 8 innings. Today, just 1 ball other than Travis Hafner's home run has gone to the outfield as a flyout. Otherwise, it's been strikeouts and groundouts for Strasburg.
Well, it's done on a little different level here. This guy a little more of a power pitcher, although Carmona had such good stuff with the sink and the ground ball working. He was fun to watch last night. And there's various different ways to do it. But when you look at the starters on the homestand, they've been outstanding. You had Masterson. He only pitched 2 over the limit. Carmona was 1. Masterson had 18 ground ball outs. Carmona had 14. Westbrook had 12. So they've done a really nice job as a starting staff on this homestand, getting the job done. An ERA of 152 for the starters. They've gotten 8 ground ball double plays.
3-1 now to Hernandez in the complete game by Masterson the other night against Boston, and the complete game by Carmona last night. The Tribe now is the only 5-man starting staff in baseball with at least 1 complete game by each starter.
Yeah, that's saying something right there, man. Hopefully that's the thing to come for the second half.
And ball 4. So the 3rd walk today issued by Steven Strasburg. There's fabulous Fausto last night. Pounding the strike zone.
Fabulous Fausto. You can call him whatever you want. He was outstanding. He was fun to watch. What do you have, 105, 106 pitches for the complete game? And, when he's under control, and he was focused. He had a nice rhythm to him. He was on the mound. He was on the rubber working quickly. Really, just a terrific game. One pitch he left middle of the plate, and it left the ballpark. But Zimmerman hit it there.
Well, that was the only mistake that Fausto made last night.
And it's not a mistake. That way, every once in a while, you got to, your hitters, even though they get a ball down the middle, they have to hit it.
Yep. So here's Trevor Kroll with 2 outs and a runner on first. Showing bunt, lays it down. Comes Gonzalez, makes the barehanded play, and gets Kroll at first base. So the Indians retired here in the 5th inning. They get a base runner but can do no damage. 2-1. Nationals have the lead.
huge selection and low prices every day.
We go to the 6th inning here on Channel 3 today. Nationals and Indians. Good ball game. We've seen some good, entertaining baseball here on this homestand. A couple of nice wins against the Red Sox. A couple of nice wins against the Nationals. And here today, a well-pitched game by Huff and Strasburg. Fans enjoying it. The ones that came to the ballpark today, happy they did. It's good baseball played here. David Huff will start things off to Niger Morgan. And, ooh, the foul tip got the umpire.
It sure did. Onora came up and it looked like it got him in the collarbone. That left shoulder. That hurt, but boy, oh boy.
I think right where the chest
crease,
protector ends.
right at the crease. Look at that. I mean, they're already out of the dugout, and that hurt. That was just a misguided pitch that went off the bat and right into the neck area.
Oh.
Ouch. And even though there's protection, believe me, when that ball comes in there, it hurts. Listen to this. Those guys, yeah, right in there, right on that point. He's going to, look, they're joking about it. There's the crew chief. Those guys, man, they're tough. They take it. He just needs, that's a stinger right there.
Yep. Get a nice round of applause from the fans here
He'll
today.
have, Jack Heftel will have some ice for him. He'll be able to ice that down after the ball game.
So Brian Onora will hang in there, and Niger Morgan has an 0-1 count on him. Leading off the 6th inning for the Nats here. He'll be followed by Zimmerman and Dunn. 0-2 now to Morgan. Batting in the 2-hole today for the first time this weekend. And he hits that one high in the air to right. Chu with the catch. 1 down. Braves and Twins in interleague action today. Let's go back to our Sports Time Ohio update desk. Dave Chudowski has the latest. What's happening, Dave?
Yeah, well, the Braves explode for 4 in the first. Here's Troy Gloss with a sharp single, and that scores Jason Hayward. Hayward, young stud for the Braves. Another young guy to talk about on this day. Right now it's 4-0 in the second, guys.
Yeah, Dave, some exciting young players in Major League Baseball. Of course, we're seeing Strasburg today. We have our own with Carlos Santana. He's been impressive this weekend. Ball one there to Ryan Zimmerman. Huff today now has had 11 0-2 or 1-2 counts on Nationals hitters. But he's 2-0 here to Ryan Zimmerman, who grounded out and lined out to the shortstop Anderson Hernandez both times previously and hit the ball sharply both times as well. Now 3-0 to Zimmerman with 1 out here in the 6th inning. He'll be followed by Adam Dunn, who's been perfect today with a double and homer. Zimmerman swinging on 3-0, and he hits it high in the air to right. Shin-Soo Choo under it, 2 down. Let's take a look at today's recap, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Morse in the first inning, an RBI single to make it 1-0. Santana gets demolished at the plate. Hafner with a home run to tie it, solo shot in the second. But Adam Dunn, solo shot here in the 4th, 2-1 Nationals. For a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com. Adam Dunn to the plate today with the infield shift on. There's no one near third, as you can see there. Johnny Peralta playing in his old position at shortstop for Dunn.
Curious to see if Huff throws him another breaking ball, because both hits have come off breaking balls and they've been hangers. So you know what? Get after him and just keep that ball hard and down and out of the zone.
Exactly what he's doing here, Rick. 3-0 now to Adam Dunn. Now 2 outs and nobody on. Willingham would follow in a 1-run game. And ball 4. So not much interest in giving Dunn something he could club this time. It's been hot of late. He goes down to first with the 2-out walk. No Summers here, and MomsLikeMe.com is going to help you make the most of your vacation with an hour-long special. Get tips to keep your kids safe and save your family money. Moms Like Me, summer break special tomorrow at 5 o'clock right here on Channel 3. So 2 outs, and Josh Willingham swinging and missing at the first offering here from David Huff. Willingham looking for his first hit of the series. He came in hitting the ball pretty well. He's quickly down 0-2
This guy,
here.
you know, you look at his numbers, and he has 12 home runs this year. 4 times he's homered in back-to-back games. So, you know, when they come quickly.
Just got a piece of that, which also got a piece of Carlos Santana. And coming into this weekend series, Willingham had played 12 previous games and hit 6 of his 12 homers in those 12 previous games. Off the side of the mask. So he has cooled off a bit. David Huff hopes to keep him cool here with an 0-2 count. 2 outs and done at first base here in the 6th inning. David Huff wants to keep this a 1-run game. Willingham lines that fair down the left field line. So he breaks out of it with an extra base hit, a double as Dunn will stop at third. And the Nats have runners at second and third with 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Willingham gets a fastball up that he likes, and he turned on it. Boy, did he ever. He got it down into the corner. Still no harm. You've got 2 outs here. It was a 2-out walk. He didn't really want to pitch to Dunn. Willingham gets the double into the corner. Nobody scored. You still have second and third, but boy, this is a big out right here for David Huff and the Indians. You do not want the Nats to get any more runs. 2-1 right here off this guy could be enough.
And even though you're to the 6th and 7th slots in the order, Rick, Ivan Rodriguez is the 6th hitter. He's batting .331 this year. And Michael Morris, who's 7 for his last 8, follows him. So even with first base open, you've got 2 tough righties coming up.
Yes, you do.
So pitching coach Tim Belcher heads back to the dugout. And the crowd cheering here for Josh Cribbs, who they just showed on the scoreboard. He's taken in an Indians game. We'll start training camp in about a month with the Browns, a little bit over a month. David Huff facing Ivan Rodriguez here, who's 0 for 2 today with the strikeout and a double play ground out. He lines that one to left center field. That's in the gap. That'll score 2. Nationals take a 4-1 lead. Rodriguez a stand-up double here in the 6th inning.
Well, Rodriguez is a guy that you know is going to be aggressive, so that first pitch is going to be a very key pitch in that at-bat. He jumped over it. All over David Huff pitch, hit it in the gap in left center field and goes for a double. Changeup down, out over the plate. You know, he's one of those guys that stays on the ball and goes the other way, but that changeup speeds up his bat. It wasn't that bad of a pitch. So after 2 are out, the walk to Dunn and then back-to-back doubles. It gives the Nats 2 more runs. It's a 4-1 ball game. And look at that, 559 doubles for Rodriguez.
He's had a lot of them in his career, and a key one here with 2 outs. So he gets 2 runs batted in. Back-to-back doubles here for the Nats. The first 2 batters were flyouts to right, but then a walk to Dunn, a double by Willingham, and now a double to Rodriguez has given the Nationals a 4-1 advantage. And now Michael Morris, who's 7 for his last 8. He had an RBI single in the 2nd inning and lined out to right fielder Shin-Soo Choo in the 4th.
Yeah, 4 out of the 6 hits that Dave has given up have been extra base hits, the 3 doubles and the home run.
Frank Herman getting loose in the Tribe bullpen. A 1-1 count to Morse. Now 2-1 as Morse will try to pick up another national base runner. Rodriguez on at second with 2 outs. Morse, the 28-year-old, facing David Huff here. He's trying to just get out of this inning without any further damage. 3-1 now to Morse. Ian Desmond on deck. Ball 4 to Morse. And that is the second walk this inning and second walk of the day for David Huff, and that'll be it for him as manager Manny Acta makes his way to the hill. So Frank Herman will be summoned from the Tribe bullpen with 2 outs and 2 on here in the 6th inning. We'll talk more about the Harvard grad when we come back. Stay tuned.
In his 4 1/3 innings, giving up just 2 hits, 3 punch-outs. You know, and David Huff just couldn't get through that 6th inning. Retired the first 2 guys easily on pop-ups, and then pitched around Adam Dunn, which I could see. Walked him, but then it didn't make a good pitch to Willingham with 2 strikes. He'd hit a double in the corner, and then Rodriguez jumped on the first changeup down, and then a walk, and that does it for David Huff. 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits. 4 runs to this point, and responsible for the 2 on base.
And Ian Desmond will try to pick those up. C-Bats here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And Desmond looks at ball 1 from Frank Herman. Desmond, a fly out in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 5th. He was one of Huff's 4 strikeout victims today. Looking for his first hit in the series as well. And he lines that one hard to center field. Crow going back and can't catch it. Off his glove, it'll go to the wall. Nationals will get 2 runs out of this. Desmond on his way to 3rd, and he'll make it without a throw. So a triple and 2 runs batted in for Ian Desmond, and the Nationals take a 6-1 lead.
Well, you're going to see a ball hit right on the nose, and let's see if we can see Trevor Crow get the jump on that ball. He broke sideways and then breaks back. and then it goes off his glove, that'll go as an RBI triple, 2 RBI triple. You know, it's a day game. It's bright out there. Sometimes it is tough to pick up the baseball off the bat.
So the Nationals with 4 runs home here in the 6th inning. And they've done it all
2 outs.
Yep, 2 outs and nobody on. Now Alberto Gonzalez, who struck out and grounded out his previous 2 times at the plate, is down 0-2 here to Frank Herman. So the Nationals blowing this one open a little bit. It's 6-1 for Steven Strasburg. Grounder to third. Peralta will make the throw across. He gets Gonzalez, but the Nationals get 4 runs after 2 outs here in the 6th inning. They lead it now 6-1. We'll head to the bottom half after this. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning here in downtown Cleveland on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s, and on the field, Steven Strasburg is not disappointed. 8 strikeouts through 5 innings for the young right-hander in just his 2nd major league start. And he'll face hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Indians' order. New right fielder is Roger Bernardina. He's in for Morse. Pinch ran for him last inning. Scored the run. Started the previous 2 games on Friday and Saturday here this weekend. And Shin-Soo Choo will step in the box first. He's struck out twice today.
Well, I don't see this guy needing many more. 6-1. He's only given up the 1 hit this afternoon, and that was the leadoff home run in the 2nd to Hafner. Other than that, the only base runners the Indians have had is the 3 walks to Santana, Hafner, and Hernandez.
And there's ball 2 to Choo. Strasburg now at 81 pitches. Through the first 3 innings today, Ricky threw 38. The last 2, he's thrown 41. And Choo swinging on that 2-0 pitch, lifting it high in the air to left center. Morgan, 1 away.
Well, Dinner on the Diamond returns to Progressive Field. That'll be Saturday, June 26th. You can have an evening which includes hors d'oeuvres, a gourmet dinner served right on the field. You get to play catch-up and take batting practice as well. Call 216-420-HITS or visit Indians.com. On a great night, go ahead and enjoy Dinner on the Diamond.
Yeah. Talk to some people that have done that. They've loved it.
Great food.
Yep.
Had by all, yeah. Now, then you work your meal off. You get to throw, do a little hitting.
Sure, so you burn some of the calories, so it's guilt-free eating on top of it. They do a wonderful job with some of those specialty meals here. Progressive Field. Terrace Club always has some great stuff. Santana, the batter, here with one away. The bottom of the 6th inning, Tribe down by 5. They've had one hit today against Strasburg. Santana flew out in the 1st inning to left center. He walked his last time up. And Santana today, Rick, has put up a couple of pretty good at-bats against Strasburg. He hits that one to right. That could drop. It will. Base hit for Santana, just the 2nd today for the Tribe. He's aboard with one out here in the 6th inning. And the 1st hit today, well, that's today's Miller Taste Greatness Moments. That came back in the 2nd inning. Travis Hafner, the leadoff batter, leaving the yard. It's the Indians' only run thus far. And Frank stepping in here. One out and a runner on. Love to see him do it again. 3 homers in the last 5 games now for Travis Hafner. And he hit a bullet on Friday night to right field, and a similar one here today. Turning on those pitches.
Again, looking down at the mound is Strasburg after that pitch that went way wide. Had to come out one time today and tap that mound down.
Now 2-0, and Strasburg is starting to fall behind the hitters.
And their pitching coach, McCaddy, wants to come out here. And I don't know if they're going to do it again, but he's looked down twice at his landing area. They may, he may go out and ask him about it right here.
And Drew Storen is getting loose in the National bullpen. Haven't seen him yet this series, but he's been a key to Washington's resurgence this year, as the Nationals have had a very good bullpen. And a late chat with Strasburg. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. Along with Rick Manning, I'm Al Pulowski. Pat Murray directing today, Jim Murphy producing, Tom Boshenik on stats as we bring you the Nationals and Indians. Steven Strasburg, his 2nd major league start, 1st on the road. He's ahead here 6-1, but down in the count 2-0 to Travis Hafner, who hit the home run against him back in the 2nd inning. Half fouls that one straight back. Two and 1 to Pronk. Travis this season now hitting over .320 here at Progressive Field. Santana at first, and a 3-1 count to Travis Hafner. Austin Kearns on deck. They're down by 5. Just nice to get base runners.
Well, you're going to have to do something once you get the base runners, though.
There's another one. Hafner draws the walk, the 4th today for Strasburg. That'll push Santana down to 2nd. So now runners at 1st and 2nd, one away for Austin Kearns.
See, now manager Jim Riggleman's going to walk out to home plate umpire and talk to him about something. I don't know if it's a pitching mound or not. That's exactly what it is. They're talking about it. He's calling the ground crew out from behind home plate. I saw him look down there a couple times on pitches that were down. I don't know if it's loose down there. They pounded it down once. And Riggleman wants to go out and make sure that his pitcher has it the way he wants it. I don't know if he's landing in a different area where it's breaking up or what. But they're going to wipe away all that extra excess. They'll put some new clay in there. They'll water it down. They'll pound it down. And hopefully it firms it up for Strasburg.
Grounds crew coming out 4 strong. Well, as you said, he had that problem with it earlier today, and they tamped it down once for him a couple of innings ago, and they're doing it again. 6-1 the score here. Nationals with 6 runs on 7 hits today. The Indians with 1 run on 2. Neither team's committed an error. Steven Strasburg now at 90 pitches. 51 of those for strikes. Jim Riggleman talking to the umpiring crew.
You know, it's just a matter where that front foot lands. I don't know if it's been sliding on him a couple times. Now, you see the ground crew's asking him, is it okay? I mean, they certainly don't want to have to come out during the game and do something like this. They think everything's fine. And now the umpire's saying, you can't say anything to your starter. You better get back there.
And Brandon Kenke's crew always does a great job here. Grounds crew since the ballpark opened in 1994. So Strasburg looks like he's okay with things now. He'll face Austin Kearns with a couple aboard, and the Indians trying to start a rally down by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch is way outside. So Kearns homered his first 2 times this series on Friday night, but he's 0 for 8 since then. He takes another ball. So Strasburg, for the first time, going back to Tuesday night as well, having some trouble here with his location. Two and one. Kearns taking all the way. Indians offense has been so good these last 4 games, averaging 8 runs a night during the winning streak. Trying to get it going here. And that's a ball inside. So 15 pitches this inning, 10 of them balls, Rick. So
well, this could be his last hitter right here. Jim Riggleman, I know he tried to say something to him when he was out there.
He can't do it. That's if
no,
he does,
Jerry
he's got to
Crawford.
pull him.
No,
Right.
he wouldn't let him. He wouldn't let him talk to him. He sent him off the field. But we're saying if he can come back, and that's got to do it, I would imagine.
Ball 4 to Austin Kearns. The bases are loaded. Fifth walk today for Steven Strasburg to go with 8 strikeouts, and it'll be his last. Jim Riggleman to the mound. The Nationals will go to the bullpen. So Drew Storen coming on. Strasburg heading off the field. And the Indians trying to get some runs here in the 6th. Back after this. King 5, and how about those 22 strikeouts in his first 2 major league starts here, trailing only Carl Spooner, who did it in 1954. 95 pitches for Strasburg, 53 of them strikes. But he threw 16 of them in the 6th inning and will leave with the bases loaded for the new pitcher.
An opportunity now for the Indians to try and cut into an answer to that 4-run top half. Drew Storm appearing for the 12th time. 2-0 record. He's been very, very good for his 10 innings of pitching. 10th overall pick last year in the draft, 22-year-older.
And he'll face Russell Branyan with the bases loaded. Russell a strikeout victim his previous 2 times up. He takes a strike there on the outside corner from Drew Storen, who was very good at the AAA level this season. 13 minor league appearances, 4 saves, and an ERA just above 1. 15 strikeouts and 3 walks, so he earned his promotion here this season. Quickly he jumps ahead of Branyan, 0-2. Bases are loaded. 1 out. Santana at third, Hafner at second, and Kearns at first. Branyan at the plate with an 0-2 count. Checked his swing on the high heat, 1-2. Branyan hitting .265 with runners in scoring position this year, trying to deliver here. A ball 2. So 2-2 to Branyan. As Jim Riggleman looks on nervously here with a 5-run lead, but the base is loaded. Ball 3. No place to put him. So from 0-2 to 3-2 to Russell Branyan. There's Peralta. He would be next.
Well, now the crowd's starting to get back into it. A base hit, would really get him back into it.
Yes, it would. Fans come to life for the payoff pitch. Branyan pops that one to the left side. A chance, and not able to make the play with a good effort, though, was Gonzalez.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was upset right there. He got over there in time. He really did, and had a chance to make that catch. Watch right at the end. He realized where he was. He went in. Oh, and that guy was right there. Although it's in the seats, he didn't reach over into the fair territory, so he was into the stands. Look at, he's upset. He thought he had a chance at it. And they're arguing, but you know what? It was in the seats.
Yep.
There's no question about that ball was in the seats. That fan did not interfere, and that's what Riggleman is looking for.
And you can read Jerry Crawford's lips. He just said he was in the stands, just what you said.
That's exactly right. You could see that. That was a good call. Good call, because now look, you can't get a better shot. That's straight up. That is not out over into fair territory. Into the ballpark playing field at all. No call. Jerry's right there. He's in great position. Good call.
Yeah, he clearly reached over. So we'll do it again. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the 6th. Full count to Branyan. Russell hits that one high in the air, and this one will stay in play.
Infield fly.
Yep. The automatic out, 2 down. So that'll bring Johnny Peralta to the plate. He's also struck out twice today, and he'll try to deliver now with the bases loaded and 2 down. Peralta this year is batting .300 with runners in scoring position. A good chance here for the Indians to get back into this ball game, trailing by 5. Good breaking ball for a strike from Storen. Tribe hasn't had too many runners aboard today. Steven Strasburg cruised through the first 4 innings other than the Hafner homer. They had a couple out in the 5th with walks, couldn't score. Now they have them loaded. Swing and a miss. So quickly Drew Storen jumps ahead of Johnny Peralta. There's the base runners. Santana's at third. Hafner at second. Kearns at first. But now 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Johnny Peralta. Against the rookie right-hander Drew Storen in relief of Strasburg here in the 6th inning. Johnny stays alive.
Well, it looks like he's got a heavy 2-seamer, but he throws it up there in the mid-90s, and that ball has some movement. It may not look like it that much on television, but I guarantee when you're in that batter's box, the way he throws it, it looks like it's got a lot of sink to it, and it's getting in there in a hurry.
You follow the first overall pick in the 09 draft with the 10th overall pick here on the mound in Drew Storen. Peralta, nice job just staying alive. And Storen's got some nice stuff, and he's been a key member of this Nationals bullpen this season.
Here you're going to see the other pitch that, complements that sinker going down and in. That's the slider, but he had a little too much plate and enabled Peralta to just get a piece of it.
So we'll do it again with the 0-2 count on Peralta. Swing and a miss. Drew Storen with the Nationals' 9th strikeout today. His first, and the Indians leave him loaded here in the 6th inning. We'll go to the 7th. 6-1, Washington. TNT, rethink possible by the Sierra from GMC. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job. And by Wendy's, you know when it's real, Wendy's. Turned out to be a gorgeous day for boating on Lake Erie. And we're in the top of the 7th inning here at Progressive Field. 6-1 Nationals and a new pitcher on the hill for the Tribe, left-hander Rafael Perez.
Well, Herman ended up getting that last out in the 6th inning. They'll turn it over to Perez for the 24th time. He's going to come on and face the top of the lineup for the Nats. Guzman, Morgan, and Zimmerman.
So Rafael Perez will try to hold the Nationals right here. They've got that 5-run lead. First time he and Santana have worked together as a battery. Perez, since May 22nd, has allowed just 2 earned runs in his last 9 appearances. He'll try to build on that here. Guzman up first, 1 for 3 today. A line out in the 1st inning, single in the 3rd, and a fly out to right in the 5th. And ball 1 from Rafael Perez. Nationals with 6 runs on 7 hits today. Indians 1 run on 2 hits. Their only run, the Travis Hafner homer. Neither team with an error. Nationals have left 3 on base. The Indians have left 6. A line drive right back up the middle. Wow.
He threw it and you duck. That ball got back in a hurry. I mean, watch this. Right back, breaking ball up there that stayed up out over the plate. Guzman goes right back. That ball was by him before he could even put an arm out.
So Guzman a multi-hit day, and that's his 2nd. He's on first with no one out for Niger Morgan, who's 0 for 3. Ball 1 to the former Pirate outfielder. Morgan hitting .200 for the weekend series thus far. Has hit the ball pretty well today. He had a line out back in the 3rd inning.
3rd.
That one's on the corner for a strike. 1-1 to Niger Morgan. We talked a little bit about him growing up playing hockey, Rick, and he said that's how somebody my size developed toughness. He said, I go into the corner and those big guys would beat me up in the boards.
Well, you either become tough or you quit playing that sport, huh? I like the way he's played center field in this series.
He's made some nice catches.
Yes, he really has. He had no fear going up against the wall a couple of times.
It's that one fairly well again, but it's an out to Trevor Crowe. First one of the inning for the Nationals. And speaking of the Pirates, Morgan's former team, let's get an update on what they're doing today with Dave Chudowski. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Al, good transition there. It is the Pirates and the Tigers, and the Tigers struggling with Pittsburgh today, down 2-0. But here's Alex Avila using all the park over the 420 sign for his 3rd home run. Right now it's 2-1 Pittsburgh in the 8th. Back to you.
All right, Dave. So good ball game there at Comerica Park. The Pirates look to get a victory today. One out here for Ryan Zimmerman with the runner aboard. Still has just that 1 hit this series, but it was a loud one yesterday, that home run to left. Oh for 3 this afternoon. He also has hit the ball hard a couple of times. Grounder in the hole to short back in the 1st inning. Anderson Hernandez made a very nice play on for the Tribe, and then he lined out to Hernandez in the 3rd. He lines that one into right field for a base hit. So the Nationals with something going here in the 7th, couple aboard with 1 out. Their 9th hit of the afternoon. Adam Dunn today has been effective.
Oh, he really has. That was his first at-bat, a breaking ball for the double. Then he hangs him one, and he hits one into the seats. And the last time up in the 6th inning, he had a 2-out walk. So he's come around. He scored 3 runs for these guys this afternoon. So he has touched home plate every time up.
So Adam Dunn, perfect today. Double homer and a walk with those 3 runs scored, Rick. And he's got an opportunity to drive in some here. And he looks at strike 1 from Rafael Perez. And Dunn now hitting .500 this weekend and has the overall average up to .291. 1-1 now to Adam Dunn. Now, he came up with Austin Kearns in the Reds system, and both of those guys, injuries derailed Kearns a little bit until this season. You can't really say they've disappointed or been bust. They've come up and both have produced at the major league level. It's a grounder to first. Ranyan's only play is to step on the bag, 2 down. First time Dunn's been retired today, and the base runners advance as Guzman goes to third and Zimmerman to second.
Well, you can spend the day with the CIC golf outing. It'll be held out at Quail Hollow. Indians players, coaches, alumni, and other local celebrities all take place. It's really a terrific day. Features lunch on the course, followed by a little cocktail dinner, awards, prizes, and auctions. It all happens Monday, August 9th, out at Quail Hollow.
One of the most fun days of the summer. Bobby D and Nate Genoso always do a great job, and their crew putting that on. Entire Indians front office out there.
Yeah, they pack both courses out there at Quail Hollow. They do a great job.
Just a fun day. Good day of golf on a good course. Plenty of prizes. Of course, it's for a great cause. As Cleveland Indians charities do such good work. So 2 outs with runners at second and third for Josh Willingham. He's ahead of Perez 1-0. Willingham today a strikeout, a walk, and a double with a run scored.
Well, today the Nationals have done what they didn't do in the first 2 games. They hit with runners on. They're 5 for 14, but 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. First 2 games, they were just 2 for 8.
She's at 3 for 4 with 2 outs. It's been the difference here today, the 4-run 6th inning. It's changed this from a 2-1 game to a 6-1 game. Rafael Perez just trying to keep it right here. A double the last time up for Josh Willingham was his first hit of the series. Willingham, the former Florida Marlin. It's that one on the ground to short. Hernandez throws across. Nationals done here in the 7th inning. Stretch time in Cleveland. Drive down 6-1. From Westlake to Willoughby, Panini's is your patio headquarters. For a list of all their locations, visit paninisgrill.com. As you look on from the Panini Cam, atop Progressive Field here today. Well, some of these Indians fans hoping for some offense.
Well, I haven't seen much of that today.
No.
Just 2 hits by the Indians. They have had 5 walks. But what we expected, they've struck out 9 times, 8 of them coming off from Steven Strasburg.
It'll be Valbuena, Hernandez, and Crow working against Drew Storen, who's in his second inning of relief here in the 7th inning. Got out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam without any runs scored last inning. So Valbuena with 1 hit in the series will be followed by Hernandez and Crow. The Indians try to get it going here in the bottom half of inning number 7. A 4-game winning streak on the line here. And strike 1 from Drew Storen. There's no question, Rick, these Nationals have some nice young arms, and we're seeing a couple of them here today.
Well, that's why, I mean, the biggest turnaround in Washington has been their bullpen. They're 5th in the National League, and they almost a run and a half a game difference from this year to last year. So that I think has been their big difference. Coming into this series, they were only a game under 500. Now they're like 3 under, trying to get to 31 and 33. But offensively, they haven't scored as many runs as they did last year. It goes to show you the importance of the bullpen and what it does. It keeps you in ball games. And now you've got this kid Strasburg, who's just making his 2nd start, and a chance that he's looking to go 2-0. You get him in that rotation. The first 2 guys we saw in their rotation were just little sinker ball, breaking ball pitchers. J.D. Martin was last night. I mean, he could have completed that game. He didn't walk anybody, but nothing overpowering. Adelano on Friday night. Basically same kind of pitcher. But yeah, the 2 kids like you talked about right here, they've terrific arms.
A 3-1 count here to Luis Valbuena. Right down the middle, 3-2 now. Valbuena, the Tribe's leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th. The Indians look to generate some offense. Only 2 hits today. A foul straight back. We talked about coming in on the Indians' offense these last 4 games, Rick, averaging 10 hits and 8 runs per night. Well, good offense against good pitching. Oftentimes, it's the good pitching that'll win out.
Yeah, more times than not, you're absolutely right.
The payoff pitch. Strike 3. 10th strikeout for Nationals pitching today, and the 2nd for Drew Storen.
Well, he gets a fastball, 3-2. It's right there. I mean, where's he going? Swing the bat. Anything that close. I don't know if he was trying to decoy the umpire or not, but that is right there, my friends.
So now Anderson Hernandez, who grounded out and walked his previous 2 times at the plate. Getting the start at shortstop today. Jason Donald, the day off. Hernandez was claimed on waivers by the Tribe March 17th from the Mets. Familiar with Manny Active, played with him with the Nationals last season. He was traded to the Mets. Finished strong for New York at the end of last year. He was called up a week ago to find a little more flexibility from that utility role with Mark Grunzalonic designated for assignment.
Well, he can spell Jason Donald at shortstop, and that's why Jason had the day off against a tough right-hander. He could put a left-handed bat in there.
3-0 here. There's a strike, and he told me he still feels most comfortable at shortstop, but he can play 3rd or 2nd almost equally as well. Had a couple of nice plays earlier today. Drew Storen coming back here just like he did against Valbuena. From 3-0 to 3-2 to Anderson Hernandez. And Storen still works from that windup, of course. I think eventually that's what he's going to be as a starter. Not many guys in the bullpen use that windup anymore. Hernandez, hard hit grounder, but right at Guzman. 2 down. Well, the Tribe gets in a New York state of mind Tuesday night on Channel 3 as the Mets come to Cleveland for a 3-game interleague series. It'll be the Mets and Indians Tuesday night at 7 right here on Channel 3. The Mets come to town for the first time since 2004. We've got back-to-back games for you here on Channel 3 with tomorrow the off day. Well, join us for the ball game. Pre-game Indians on deck on STO at 6:30.
That's right. You got a matchup coming on Tuesday of Justin Masterson and Johan Santana. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. First time since he went to New York, right?
Yeah.
He's pitched against Cleveland here. Trevor Crowe, the batter, 1-1 on the Indian center fielder. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout ground out and a bunt ground out to the third baseman. His last time up. 3,000 plus walk-up crowd today. See Steven Strasburg and the Nationals take on the Indians in the series finale. They got a gorgeous day for it. The Indians down here 6-1. Trying to put something together. Nice look at the crowd here at the ballpark. A little bit quiet now with the 5-run deficit. Crowe hits that one to right center, trying to find the gap. Morgan going over, almost made the catch, but can't. Crowe to second base. He'll stop there with the double.
That's the third hit for the Indians. That'll be a double. A good low ball hitter is Trevor Crowe, and he plugs the gap. And watch Morgan. He closes in on this ball, makes it awfully close. It just gets under his glove. Missed it by about a half a step. Glove flew off his hand. Nice attempt. But it gets in the alley. Crowe gets a double. Third hit for the Indians.
And Riggleman to the mound to get Drew Storen. So he'll leave here in the 7th inning with 2 outs and a runner on. That's his responsibility. And a new national pitcher's coming in. We'll take a break. Tell you about him after this. Year-old left-hander Doug Slayton.
Second time he has appeared in the series, and it'll be the 15th time he has appeared this year. A little 2-out double by Trevor Crow. So they want to come in and have the left-hander face Shin-Soo Choo.
Choo 0 for 3 today.
They want to stop any kind of rally that the Indians may put in play. They did the last inning when they had bases loaded. The 2 times that they had a couple of base runners by the walk or anything, they've been able to snuff it out.
There's Crow at second base with 2 outs for Shin-Soo Choo. He's batting .315 with runners in scoring position this year. He'll take a strike from Slayton. Today's attendance, 32,876 with a walk-up of 3,823. Seeing the series finale between the Nationals and Indians here today. Choo hits that one to left, near the line, and it is foul. So Slayton jumps ahead of Choo 0-2 here. Choo's 0 for 3 today, a couple of strikeouts, both to Strasburg. Indians with only 3 hits, but last couple of innings here, they've had their opportunities. In the 5th inning, they had 2 on. Last inning, they left them loaded and 1 out. Storn came in and got the job done. Choo held up there. When you're on a 4-game win streak and the offense has been pretty good, you feel if you can just get another run, start to chip away a little bit, maybe that can open the floodgates.
Yeah, you're running out of outs is what's happening. That last inning, really, they needed to get on the board when they could have answered that 4-run inning.
Choo hits this one high in the air, foul again, third base side, and this time the catch will be made over near the camera bay by the third baseman, Gonzalez. So that's it for 7 innings here at Progressive Field. 8th innings next. Nationals still lead at 6-1. Trying to hold on for Steven Strasburg's 2nd straight victory in as many major league starts. If you're just joining us, Strasburg went 5 1/3 today. Gave up 1 run to Travis Hafner. That's been it. Indians' new pitcher, it's Tony Sipp.
Well, this would be a game where it'd be nice to see Tony get something straightened out. It seems like the last couple times he's been in a ball game, it's been a matchup situation. Came in earlier and walked a guy in one hitter. He's a guy that the Indians really counted on heavily earlier in the year. So they got to get him back on track.
Rodriguez, the first hitter he faces, singles to left field. 10th hit of the day for the Nationals as their bats have broken out here this afternoon.
Another first pitch base hit by Rodriguez. I've seen that 1,000 times in his career where he gets after it. He gets after it early.
So Rodriguez now 2 for 4 today. And Roger Bernardino will be the batter. He came on as a pinch runner for Michael Morse in the 6th inning. So this will be his first at bat today. He lifts that one to right center. Chu going back, so is Crow, and forget about it. 2-run home run for Roger Bernardino. And just like that, the Nationals take an 8-1 lead. 2 pitches here in the 8th inning, 2 runs.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Tony Sipp, boy, you figure it's part of the game where you can come in and try and get something ironed out, but he has made 2 pitches and has given up 2 runs. A fastball, where is it? Broadway. Lands in the seats. It is now an 8-1 Nats lead. And for Tony Sipp, he has now given up his 6th home run in just 20 2/3 innings.
What a reversal for Sipp. He allowed just 3 earned runs in his first 21 appearances of the year, Rick, as he had a 1.40 ERA back on May 23rd. And now with those 2 today, he's allowed 14 earned runs here in his last inning and a third.
Yeah, that's ugly. I mean, and we went on that road trip, and it was one night in New York. You come on, and it's been a free fall ever since that. And, I mean, now it's got to be into the head of Tony Sipp.
It's hard to figure because he's got good stuff. Good kid, works on his game. But sometimes it happens. Ian Desmond with the grounder. That's another base hit. The Nationals 3 for 3 here in this 8th inning. Hit number 12 on the day took him 3 games, but their bats are out here this afternoon.
Well, he's got to start locating the ball a lot better than what he's doing. He's up in the strike zone. He's, they're and everything he's throwing, they're getting base hits right now. He needs a boost of confidence. But the only way he's going to get that done is locating and getting a few outs.
Hector Ambrose gets up in the Indians bullpen as Alberto Gonzalez will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Strikeout and a couple of groundouts. Gonzalez, the starting third baseman today. The Nationals' Ryan Zimmerman is at DH this afternoon for the first time after starting at third on Friday and Saturday. There's Ambrose.
Well, I mean, I'd love to see Sipp just go ahead and settle in and get 3 outs so he can at least sleep at night.
That one is long but foul.
Well, and the Nats, they have 12 hits today. 6 of them have been extra base hits. They have the 3 doubles, the triple, and 2 homers.
So nobody out. 8-1 game. Runner at first base here in the 8th inning for the Nats. And there's another line drive base hit. That'll be extra bases. Headed to third and holding up there.
He's not holding.
Desmond, they're going to send him.
Well,
safe at the plate.
Yeah, you got down in the corner, and not Alicea, but at third base, they were just going to keep on waving a Pat Listash. And he did. So that's another RBI double. So it's 4 hitters, 3 runs, and 4 hits. It's a breaking ball. Down into the corner, and he just kept waving them. He didn't stop him. I mean, just because a lot of base runners come around second thinking, I'm going to hold up. Listash said, let's go. Keep going. They didn't get it in there, and you can score from first base if you expect to. So now the route is on.
It appeared Desmond was slowing down a little bit, but definitely not as he lumbered home. 3 runs home now. The Nationals' first 4 batters have gotten a hit. 9-1 Washington now as they've really blown it open here in the 8th inning. So Gonzalez, his first hit of the day. It's a double. First hit of the series as well. Guzman, who's 2 for 4 today, is at the plate. An opportunity to increase the Nationals' lead. Tony Sipp just trying to get an out here as Guzman swings and misses at his first offering. Guzman gets the average back to 300. Batted an NL best .381 for the month of May in 60 plate appearances. But the batting average slipped 48 points beginning May 25th coming into today. He was batting just .194 in the 16 games during that period. But he's had a couple of hits today and looked good doing it. 1-2 now to Christian Guzman. Well, can you see at all what Sipp's doing differently than maybe he was doing a couple of weeks ago?
No, I don't. You know, a lot of things. He made a couple of mistakes and left balls middle of the plate, and they're hitting him and hitting him hard. He's just got to battle through it. No one can help him there. He's got to fight through this and get outs because his role has changed right now, and he's down with confidence. You know, and like I said, he used to be the go-to guy for Manny Acta earlier in the year, where he'd get left-handers and right-handers out. He was able to leave runners stranded on the bases. He brought them in on a nice an inning where nobody's on base, giving him a chance to try and work his way back into it, and it's been 4 straight hits. So, no, I can't see anything.
2-2 now to Guzman.
This is all part of the game when you're a young pitcher. You know, when you're going good, things fall into place, and it just goes to show you that then when you go bad, you got to find a way to stop it.
Yep. It's a grounder towards the hole. That'll get through for a base hit.
And that's what happens when you're going bad. That ball right there, instead of being at somebody, finds a hole. 5 straight hits. And I thought this ball could at least been caught by Hernandez, although it gets under his glove. He might not have been able to throw anybody out. But you get down there, and that ball gets under his glove and into left field.
And a few of the hits have been that way for Tony. Ground balls that make it through. And as you said, Rick, when things are going bad, those are the ones that make it through. And when things are going good, they're right at somebody. So now runners at first and third. Still nobody out for Niger Morgan. For Guzman, that was his 3rd hit of the day. And the Nationals hitters, the first couple of nights, hitters 5 through 9 were disastrous. They were just 3 for 31 against mainly Westbrook and then Carmona. Today they're 8 for 18. With a home run, 8 runs batted in, and 6 runs scored.
Yeah, well, you know, once the floodgates open, and they scored the 4 runs in the 6th with 2 out and nobody on. Lights out right then and there.
Yeah, that was the chance for the Tribe. Now they're down by 8. Check swing for Morgan. Did not go. And a swing and a miss. So Sipp gets the strikeout. First out of the 8th inning. And the 5th strikeout today for Triumph pitching. Huff had 4, and now Sipp with this one.
Well, there you go. Your first out coming on the slider after he's ahead in the count. Gets him to chase after it. So he needs that right there. Like to see him get a double play ball and get out of it, but he's got a tough hitter at the plate.
He sure does. Ryan Zimmerman, 1 for 4 today. Singled his last time up. He's hit the ball hard all 4 times at the plate. And he swings and misses there. Ryan Zimmerman, the Nationals' inaugural first-round pick back in 2005. And he has definitely paid dividends. He swings and misses there, 0-2. The other thing that's impressive about Zimmerman, sometimes, Rick, you see young hitters, and that's all they are, and their defense is well behind. Not Zimmerman. Very nice glove at third base.
Oh, boy, yes, it is. Outstanding over at third base. You know, you watch all the highlights after every day, and how many times do you see him on there making beautiful defensive plays?
You know, he's a good one. Solid all-around player, hitting in the middle of the Nationals' batting order. And he sends that one to right. It's twisting, and it'll go foul into the seats. Count remains 0-2 to Zimmerman. Sip now at 21 pitches this inning. Tony just trying to get through it here. One and two to Ryan Zimmerman. Strangely enough today, the top part of the order, which was decent for the Nationals on Friday and Saturday, has not been the ones delivered. We just told you how bottom portion is accounted for 8 of the runs. Zimmerman swings and misses. Strikeout for Zimmerman. So Sip now with 2 Ks. And that'll bring Dunn to the plate. Another tough customer here with a couple of balls.
All right. He needs one more out. And he's got to settle in where he can get those 3 outs, and that's how he can leave the field and remember it. Made another good pitch there. A slider out of the zone that he gets Zimmerman to chase.
And Adam Dunn has delivered today. Double, homer, and a walk. 3 runs scored, and there's a shot to right center, but Crow is right there. They'll make the catch, and the Nationals are done here in the 8th inning. But they get 3 more. They lead at 9-1. Bottom of the 8th up next here at Progressive Field. That's straight. I always did an H when it was supposed to be an O, and it wasn't a good sight. Doug Slayton will work into a second inning of relief here for the Nationals. He was claimed off waivers from Arizona last November 4th. He sent him to Syracuse. He had 17 scoreless innings and 11 appearances there and called him up. He's done a nice job here, 2-1. An ERA now around 170. Also has a save and delivers strike 1 to Carlos Santana. He's 1 for 2 today with a walk and a single. And Rick, he's put up 3 nice at bats for the Tribe.
Well, his first at bat from the right side of the plate. You know, I like the way this guy, when he's in the batter's box, he looks like a hitter. He's aggressive.
It is going to be fun to watch his continued development here at the Major League level. That pitch was inside. Santana able to hold up. 1-1 now to Carlos. Well, since the Indians called him up on Friday, he's here to play. He started all 3 games and batted third. Yep.
Well, that's what you're an everyday catcher. Let's go.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're wasting time. It's already mid-June. By rights, we're going to look back and say, why wasn't this kid here all year? out of spring training. He is by far the best catcher that they have had in the organization. And, it's mind-boggling that he didn't break camp with this team.
And he's hit at every level. 300-plus hitter, Class A, AA, AAA. Take a strike there, and right now, the average at 333 here in his third game. 2-2 the count to Carlos Santana, the Indians' leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He'll be followed by Hafner and Kearns. And he hits that one straight up in the air. Rodriguez, the mask off, makes the catch. 1 down. And let's pause once again for a station ID break. You're watching Cleveland Indians baseball. (9-1) the score here at Progressive Field. Nationals lead the Tribe along with Rick Manning. I'm Al Pulowski. Mike Pocht on graphics today. Jim Murphy producing. Pat Murray directing. Appreciate you joining us here on Channel 3. Travis Hafner takes strike 1 from Slayton. Doug Slayton, 34 years old. He has really pitched well out of the Nationals bullpen this year. Earned his way by going 17 scoreless innings at Syracuse at AAA. And he gets ahead of Hafner here, 0-2. Travis homered back in the second inning. He's provided the Indians their only run. Hit it off of Steven Strasburg, who checked out in the 6th inning after 5 1/3. The base is loaded, but the National bullpen has been shut down here the rest of the way thus far. It's good to see Travis, Rick, too, with these 3 home runs in the last 5 games, and a couple of the homers, the one he hit today, really turned on him and hit rockets to the stands.
Yeah, it is. He walked a couple times today. It is. It's good to see him get on base. I think his confidence is starting to come back.
It's that one on the ground up the middle. Desmond throws him out, 2 down. Then we'll get a pinch hitter for Austin Kearns. Shelley Duncan will come to the plate. So Shelley Duncan will pinch hit here in the 8th inning with 2 outs and nobody on. Duncan also pinch hit last night for Trevor Crow. Shelley's numbers this season:
2 for 5 as a pinch hitter.
He's done a decent job since getting the recall a few weeks ago. Came up on May 19th. And Andy Marte stepped on deck. He'll bat for Branyan. 1-1 here to Shelley Duncan. Came up with the Yankees. There's Marte. Shelley Duncan, of course, the son of Cardinals pitching coach Dave Duncan. Also played with the Indians back in the 70s. Duncan hits that one high in the air to right center. Bernardino will come over and make the catch. And the Indians are done here in the 8th inning. They go 3 up, 3 down. 9th is next. 9-1 Nationals. on the hill to get some work here in today's game.
Well, that's exactly right. You're going to have an off day tomorrow, so you try and get as many guys work as you can. That's going to be the first off day for the Tribe in the last 17 days. So it definitely needed off day. So you get your guys some work. Shelley Duncan remains in the game and will go to left field. And over at first base, Andy Marte takes over for Branyan.
And the Nationals will see hitters 5, 6, and 7 come to the plate with Willingham, Rodriguez, and Bernardina. Josh Willingham today, 1 for 3. A walk and a double. Also had a run scored in that 6th inning. The pivotal 6. This game was 2-1. Top half of the inning with 2 outs and nobody on. The Nationals rallied for 4 runs to take a 6-1 lead. Then in the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Indians loaded the bases with 1 out but did not score. Willingham swings and misses. Nats added 3 more runs in the 8th, and well, it's a blowout.
That was the game. It was a great game for the first 5 innings. You know, and then after the 2 outs in that 6th inning and couldn't get through it, you know, you figure after you had Strasburg on the mound, that game got out of hand in a hurry.
A 1-1 count here to Willingham. 2-1 now from Kerry Wood. There's Rodriguez on deck. He's had base hits his last 2 consecutive times up. Willingham swings through that one. 2-2 now. So that's leadoff hitter here in the 9th inning. Strike 3, fastball right at the knees for Kerry Wood. 7th strikeout today for Indians pitching. 1 down in the 9th. And it's time now for our player of the game, and we'll give that to Mr. Strasburg. 8 strikeouts, 5 walks today. Stands to get his 2nd win in 2 major league starts.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what people were expecting. It was nice to watch this young man pitch. He's got great stuff, and he is a pitcher. So he will be the player of the game. Only 8 punch-outs, though, coming off of 14 performances. Now everybody expects you to, you know, strike out guys. And
actually walked a few today, too. Walked 5. Didn't walk any on Tuesday as Rodriguez grounds out to 2nd. 2 down. But after watching him pitch in person, Rick, I don't think there's any doubt his stuff is real.
Oh, there's no question about it. You know, it'll remain to be seen whether he goes on. You know, some guys are strikeout pitchers, you know, that are just strikeout pitchers. This guy, he's a good pitcher. He's going to get a lot of outs on, like, balls that are topped just from having good stuff.
Now, when he came out, he only had 1 fly ball as an out. The rest gave up the homer to Hafner. But he'd allowed just 1 hit. He'd walked 5, and all the rest of the outs were grounders and a pop-out. Just what you said. I mean, a true pitcher, not just a thrower. 2-0 here to Roger Bernardina, who homered his last time up, his only time up. He was a pinch runner in the 6th inning. Hit that home run last inning off of Tony Sipp, and he grounds that up the middle. Wood got a piece. Still got a chance at Bernardina, but Peralta can't make the play. So he'll have an infield single, and Bernardina 2 for 2 today.
I don't know where that deflected. I think it deflected off his foot because it went right to 3rd base. I saw him throw a backhand in there. I didn't know if it hit the glove, but I'm thinking it hit the foot. Take a look and see it hit his butt.
Yeah.
Went off the culo and deflected to 3rd.
Well, if you're going to get hit on the body, that's the place. Broken bat there and a base hit. Ian Desmond, his 3rd hit of the day. The Nationals are really breaking it out. Their 16th hit this afternoon. They've scored 9 runs. Indians with just 1 run on that Travis Hafner homer. 3 hits overall today. They could say the Nationals' bats were due as tri-pitching really held them in check the first 2 nights, but here today, they're breaking out in a big way.
Well, and the Nats, they head up to Detroit and will take on the Tigers after an off day tomorrow.
Strike to Alberto Gonzalez. He's 1 for 4, doubled his last time up in the 8th inning. He'll bat here with 2 down and a couple aboard. 9-1 Washington here in the 9th inning. Grounder back to the mound. Wood makes the play, and the Nationals are done here in the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom half. 9-1 Washington. The well-traveled Miguel Batista, the 4th Nationals pitchers of the day, takes the hill. So Batista will make his 23rd appearance here today.
Came in and got 1 out in last night's ball game for Martin. So the Indians down to their last 3 outs.
He'll face Andy Marte, who came on as a defensive replacement for Russell Brandon in the top half of the 9th inning. He'll be followed by Peralta and Valbuena, though looks like Jason Donald has stepped into the on-deck circle, so he'll bat for Peralta. Manny Acta will clean off the bench here in the 9th inning. 8th and 9th inning. He got Shelley Duncan in last time. And the Indians down by 8. And a strike 1 from Miguel Batista. 39 years old. He made his major league debut in 1992 with the Pirates. He made 1 appearance for them in September and then didn't pitch in the majors again until 1996 with the Marlins. So got his taste and had to go down and work to get back up.
That wasn't much of a taste, was it?
No. 1 appearance, and we'll see you in 4 years. 1-1 to Andy Marte, his first at bat of the series. Since he was activated from the DL on June 7th, he's 2 for 4 with the runs scored and an RBI. This is his 3rd game played. And Marte clubs that one, but it's foul as he sizzles that one into the seats. So 2-2 to the International League All-Star last year, Andy Marte. And he hits that one deep to left center field. That one will go off the wall. Marte cruises into second base. Better hurry. He gets there. It's a double. Marte now 3 for 5 since coming back from the disabled list. And he's got a double here to lead off the 9th inning.
Marte gets a fastball that's middle of the plate, and he drives it. 93 miles per hour. Gives him a little swinging room, and he does with it what you're supposed to do. Marte gets the leadoff double. Now it'll be Jason Donald, the hitter.
Willingham conceded nothing as he turned and rifled that ball in the second. So Jason Donald to the plate. Pinch hitting for Marte. I'm sorry, pinch hitting for Peralta. Marte's on second, with nobody out here in the 9th. And he'll take a strike from Miguel Batista. Donald started at shortstop on Friday and Saturday. Hitting .241 on the season. He fouls that one away, and Batista jumps ahead of Donald 0-2. Miguel Batista was named the Sporting News #1 good guy in baseball in 2003 for his off-field contributions. Well liked in the game. Donald would like to get a hit off him though right here. It's that one to the right side. Foul. Donald give it a look, but it's about 5 rows deep. Still 0-2 here to Jason Donald. And he stays alive. Donald batting .281 since May 24th. Had the chance to talk to him in the clubhouse, and he said, yeah, you know, his family came in for the game, and St. Pete when he played Tampa, and they were all excited. And he said, yeah, now it's starting to get to the point where, well, this is what I do. You know, the first week or so, it's, hey, my son's a major leaguer. Now it's like,
well, you better get used to it. I mean, because every day it's going to be something that you got to take out there with your game plan. It changes every day.
Donald breaks his bat as the head goes flying towards the Indians' dugout. It's a ground out victim to second base, 1 out. As Marte heads to third. And don't forget to stick around after the game here today on Sports Time Ohio. We'll have our Conrad's Express and Total Car Care postgame show with today's highlights. And we'll also have Dave Chanowski with highlights from around the majors on Channel 3. We'll join the Foster Grant Ironman World Championship in progress. Make sure you join us afterwards here today. Your pick. What you'd like to see either on Channel 3 or Sports Time Ohio. Valbuena now to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Ground out, pop out, and strikeout. He's got a run around third with 1 out here in the 9th. And a 1-1 count now. Luis Valbuena. And he hits that one hard for a base hit to right. That'll score Marte. Valbuena stops at first base with a single. Indians get a run in the 9th. It's 9-2. Fifth hit of the day for the Tribe.
Looks like a little cutter or breaking ball that Valbuena gets the base hit on here. You know, the way he's been going, too, offensively, I don't care what the score is. It's just nice to get a hit.
Yes, it is.
I mean, get up there, you get the RBI, you get a base hit. And as I mentioned, the Indians will be off tomorrow. You'll have something good to think about.
Anderson Hernandez, who gets the start at shortstop today. He's 0 for 2 with the walk. Takes strike one from Batista. Nine-2 ball game, runner on with one out. Hernandez now at 200. Batting average category for the year. 2 for 10 with a double. 2-1 now to the Tribe shortstop today. Had a nice play in the first inning. That backhand stop, that Ryan Zimmerman grounder.
Sure did.
It's that one up the middle. Off Batista's glove into center field. A base hit for Anderson Hernandez. Now the Tribe with a couple aboard here in the ninth with one out. So the Indians with 6 hits today and 3 of them here in the ninth inning. That'll bring Trevor Crowe to the plate. Joining us late, Steven Strasburg went 5 1/3 innings. He's in line to get the win. Gave up 1 run that was on a Travis Hafner homer. Gave up only 2 base hits. Struck out 8 and walked 5. Then we've seen Storen, Slayton, and now Miguel Batista on the hill for the Nationals. The Nationals with big innings. Single runs in the second and fourth, but 4 in the sixth and 3 in the eighth. Pitch low there to Trevor Crowe. 1 for 4 today with the double the last time up. Two and 0 now to Trevor Crowe. So Batista struggling a little bit here in the ninth inning with these 3 base hits and now down 2-0 to Trevor. Three and 0. Sean Burnett getting loose. So Batista comes on in mop-up duty and he's thrown 20 pitches already here in the ninth inning. Ball 4. So the Indians load the bases. And there's Shin-Soo Choo's due. He's 0 for 4 today, and he's got one more chance to extend his 10-game inning streak. And first a visit from pitching coach McCaddy to the hill.
Well, McCaddy's just going out now. He doesn't want to go out there. It's a 9-2 game. He's just got to stall for time to get that guy loose in the bullpen. This is where you'd like to turn it over and say, okay, let's go. Get it over with. But they have 3 hits in the inning, plus a walk. The last thing they want to do is have to get those guys up and get it loose.
Well, Tyler Clipper joins Burnett. So the Indians with 1 run home in the ninth inning. They still trail by 7, but they have the bases loaded with 1 out for Shin-Soo Choo. Choo just 2 for 11 here in this series. A hit Friday, a hit Saturday. Still looking for his hit here today. Ball 1. Well, Batista now has thrown 5 straight wide ones. And Choo clubs that one to deep center field. Morgan going back to the wall. It's off the wall. Indians score 1. Here comes the second. And safe at the plate. Anderson, Hernandez, they all had to wait to see if Morgan would catch the ball as he was right there. But it'll go for a 2 RBI double for Shin-Soo Choo. 3 runs for the Tribe here in the 9th.
Well, when you're missing the zone like Batista is, you zero in on a pitch to your liking, and Choo gets it. Hits it to straightaway center field off the auxiliary scoreboard. Morgan played it pretty nice. Gets it in. There comes Valbuena, but I'll tell you, Hernandez had to bust it to get it in because he had to wait a little while to see where that ball was going. And that's going to do it for Batista.
And Trevor Crowe had to stop at second, so a long single for Shin-Soo Choo. The Indians runners had to wait and see if it'd be caught. We'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
This year with a brilliant 154 earned run average. 41 innings, 49 punch-outs, and only 24 hits, so he's got to have good stuff. Coming on, first and second, the Indians with already 3 runs in. They have 4 hits in the inning, a pair of doubles, a couple of singles. Oh, I'm sorry, Choo's was only a single. That's right. 3 singles and the double.
I think that's about the longest single you can have at Progressive Field as they hit it to the deepest part
close
of the ballpark.
to it, isn't it?
So now Carlos Santana. He was 1 for 3 today with a walk and a single. Topped out his last time up. No bad here with runners at first and second and 1 out. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there for Tyler Clippard, who's Hugh Cedric has done a phenomenal job out of the bullpen for the Nats this year. He's a fly ball pitcher, though, which is rare to come out of the bullpen, but he's gotten it done. Fastball curve and change for Clippard. Strike 2, so he quickly gets ahead of Carlos Santana.
Yeah, he wasn't going to give in and give him a fastball. You don't go in there. I mean, as a hitter, you're looking, okay, they're still up 5 runs. You look for that fastball, but he started him off 2 off-speed pitches and jumps ahead in the count.
There's the base runners.
There's his show fastball right there at 94. He's going to show him that one and come back with an off-speed pitch probably to try and get him, change the eye level right there with that pitch.
So 1-2 to Carlos Santana. 2-2. 94 is about as hard as he'll go with that fastball. He's got a range 87 to 94 generally. As Travis Hafner waits on deck. Indians down 9-4. The 3 runs home here in the 9th. Santana drives that one to right. Coming in, though, is Bernardina, and he'll make the catch. So 2 outs as Santana got a good swing on it, but I think
off
he got
the end of the bat. Yes, indeed. He pulled the string on him. He wasn't going to give in. He showed him 2 fastballs. Comes back and attacks him with the off-speed pitch. He put a good swing on it, but that ball off the end. You'll see where it hits, and you see it's a changeup. A lot of arms and legs. I mean, he stayed down on it. And that's the key to pitching is, you know, you keep those guys from hitting it off the meat part of the bat. He did it just right there.
So 2 outs with 2 on for Travis Hafner. Travis has homered and walked twice. Also grounded out his last time up. Indians down by 5, but trying to give a little more excitement here to the 32,000 plus that are remaining here in the 9th inning. 1-1 now to Pronk. Tyler Clifford had a hole-in-one in a golf outing back in February of this year. Par 3, 149 yards away. Trying to finish off the Tribe in the 9th. Hafner hits it high in the air to the left side. Going to be close, but it'll make the stands maybe. Whoa.
He's got it.
Did he catch it? Nope.
Oh,
Gonzalez dove into the seats.
Second time. Now, he went over there today and felt he should have caught one. This time he got there. I thought he caught it.
That one came back, too.
It went into his glove, and I think it fell out. He's had 2 chances today. Watch this. He gets over this time. Now, jump up, steal it from that fan, goes into his glove, and falls out. As he tried to look at it. It came out right at the end. He wanted to show the umpire, and he looks in, and oh, my goodness.
It's empty.
He can't believe it. That's a good effort right there.
Great effort for Alberto Gonzalez. He's trying to end the game right there. Now a 1-2 count on Travis Hafner. Two and 2. Indians off tomorrow. Mets in town Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday's game right back here on Channel 3 at 7:05. Indians on deck will get you started at 6:30 on STO. Hafner up the middle, but right at the shortstop. Desmond will flip to the second baseman covering, and that's the last out. Game over.